And for the final piece of the day, we have an absolutely kind of amazing, actually, violinist with us. We're happy that she was able to be here too for Evan. So many people, by the way, I didn't get a chance to say this before, but when we sent notices out and Mark so graciously asked me if I would kind of direct this whole thing, so many of Evan's dear friends and former students and alumni wanted to participate and play. And obviously that was difficult to do, to get everybody to perform, so there are many more of us that should have been here or could have been here on the stage anyway, performing today. But I would just like to introduce you, before Matt probably will want to do something as well, that this is Miss Diane Monroe, violinist.
First, I'd like to thank Michael Pedersen for helping put this whole thing together. Thank you very much. Also, Mark DiGianni and the entire tribute committee, thank you so much. This is great. I just wanted to take a second to say something to Evan. When I came here in 1999 as a graduate student, I was like one of two people in the program, and I remember sitting in his office and just talking, and he said, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "I don't know." He goes, "That's a good start." And I said, "Okay." But the thing that I would like to say to Evan is that I shared an office with him for many years as a faculty member, but as a student, in many conversations with him, and he gave me some of my first opportunities playing Broadway theater here in Philadelphia as a union musician. He really believed in me and really was an advocate for me, being a young up-and-coming trumpet player in town with a bunch of people that are really settled in their gigs. And there's this young punk guy coming around at Evan Solot, says it's real good and he's going to give him an opportunity. And I want to say thank you for that, because my whole career started in this city with some of your hookups, man. So I really appreciate that. It's very nice of you. The other thing is, from a teacher standpoint, everybody talks about Evan as being such a kind person. Actually, Frank Wright and I were talking for a second. Evan is always the kind of guy that could come up to you, give you a big hug and a kiss and say, "Man, that sounded great, it was awesome. But there's just one little thing here in this part that I'd really like you to take a look at." And even as a student or leading the band, and I go, "Man, this sounds great," and Evan's like, "It's wonderful, I love you guys, but check out measure 36, there's a thing there." But Evan, a never-ending perfectionist when it comes to music, and such an inspiration to me, I know, to all these students, and all the students that had you, over these 48 years. I mean, you're just an unbelievable guy. We're going to miss you so much. I love you, man. Thank you so much. This tune is going to feature Diane. It is part of a suite that you wrote for the state of Alaska, correct?
Violin Concerto.
Violin Concerto. This is Glacier Blue. This is the second movement, the funk movement. I think you're going to enjoy it.
say, Evan Solot.
I taught her all those fingerings. It's the truth, right, guys? Thank you all. This is so strange. It's so amazing. Everybody should have something like this happen for them in their lives. This is just totally mind-blowing. I used to be taller. Here's the full disclosure. I don't really deserve all of this. I never set out to do all the things that everybody's giving me credit for. I was at a place where all the best students came because that's where the best student musicians were and where the best faculty is and the best courses were, right? That's why you're here. So much of my time was like simply letting the students take off and fly, like you see here. And they really are amazing, aren't they? There's so many people to thank. Harriet and Larry Weiss, whose foundation did that incredible financial match to make the scholarships possible. And Mark didn't say anything about this, but just several weeks ago, he jumped in and made another financial match that brought in another whole slew of money for the scholarship. So, and then there's all of you who have contributed. I've been really, really fortunate to have lived my dream, and this scholarship, this money is just going to come and make it a lot easier for students in the future, for talented students in the future, to have a shot at pursuing their dreams. So that's really what it's all about. So thank you all for that. And so I want to thank all the performers who have taken these little squiggles that I've put on paper and transformed them into the magic that we call music. That's what it's all about. It ain't this. It's this. I want to thank Michael Pettison, my longtime friend and soulmate and collaborator in so many things musical throughout our lives, for serving as musical director, and as Ron Kerber said, for herding the cats. Herding all these cats together for us. And believe me, there was a lot for him to do, and I really appreciate that he undertook it and did such an amazing job.